Hey, what's up guys, it is Progen here. In this video I'm gonna be ranking every stat in SPTS Origin. Now we have Fist, BT, Psychic, Jump Force and Running, aka Movement Speed. So I couldn't actually find the Jump Force and Movement Speed logos, but yeah, these will do for now. They look kind of similar at least. And so we have these 5 tiers. We have top tier, this is reserved for the absolute best stat, great. I imagine a bunch of stats in here, decent, maybe a few, mid. I don't think there's anyone that's mid, I think they all have some use. Alright, so subscribe if you're new here or just forgot to, and yeah, let's get right into the video. So as you may know, I haven't actually followed along this game for a long time, so I don't really know which stat are good. So I got a lot of help from my boy Deluxe. Shout out to him, big thanks to him for making a list of pros and cons for each of these stats. So let's start from fist strength. Alright, so we got some pros and some cons, and starting off, let's just do let's do pros first. Be positive. Alright, so the pros are there are some cool auras. And it has lots of skills. Cons is now that every other stat also can kill, this has lost a lot of its meaning, because back in the day you could only damage with fist strength. But now it has lost some value because other stats can kill as well. And also it's gonna be hard to move from one area to another because of how big the gap is in the stat. So in terms of how useful it is, and how easy it is to train and effective, we'll have to give it a well, I can change it along the way, but I'll have to go with a, let's say, great for now, and then we'll see. Next up we have BT, also known as body toughness. So pros is definitely depth training, which it's just so useful to get stronger, and yeah, you can basically just train in another area that you can't actually train in, which just makes it so much more effective and easy to train. Well, not easy, but it's, yeah, that's a con. It's gonna be very tedious to grind this. Also, it doesn't have too many abilities, but it does give HP. Which is the only stat to give HP. And then yeah, you're just gonna need a lot of this to actually survive and to actually grind. So let's give this a top tier. Next up, let's switch it up a bit. We have a movement speed. Now, back in the day, if this was before the update, I would have put this in mid or useless, because it had no use. You didn't even need to run fast. If you had a few million movement speed, you'd be all clear. You didn't have to train movement speed at all. You could run around top speed with the max weight with 100 million. But now things have changed, and you can actually damage people with your movement speed. And as you know, Deluxe, I've been on his account. He has an insane movement speed, 9 OC or something like that. And yeah, he was so OP, I could just kill everyone. Alright, so some other pros are it's very easy to train once you get enough for the areas. It's a lot of fun to flex. You can kill people with your movement speed. That's just, it sounds ridiculous. You get more teleport distance, and nukers, they don't really hit your areas. They only go for BT and some fist strength, but mostly BT. And so they don't really target the movement speed areas. Once you get past the areas, you can train everywhere. But obviously only I don't even think Deluxe has gotten past the areas. But the cons are not much utility later on. I don't think, yeah, not many skills. Also, I think he had 2 or 3 movement speed skills. And it becomes very difficult to unlock new areas once you get higher up. And auras, they start at 1 QI, which is just insane. But yeah, we'll go for a, let's say, decent actually, because yeah, I know it's really good if you have a lot of it, you need a lot of it to actually like do some damage with it. And also I just feel like jump force, which we'll be doing now, is just much more viable, because obviously jump force dictates how fast you can fly. So yeah, that is a pro. Then we also have, it's easier to train later on, I've heard from Deluxe. I'm just gonna take his word for it. It's easier to train once you get higher up in the areas. Nukers also don't really hit jump force areas. And after the areas you can just train everywhere. But some cons, it's like the most annoying thing to train early on. I remember like the first quest, or one of the first, it's like 10,000 jump force, and it just takes like hours on end just jumping around. And that was like the thing you had to get past to actually enjoy the game, for me at least. And yeah, auras also started 1 QI, which is a downside. And yeah, not many skills as well, but we'll go for great because it has a lot of utility. Obviously it dictates how fast you can fly, so it's gonna be great to have a lot of it, to just like fly around speed blitzing everyone. Next up we have psychic power. Alright, so psychic power, let's go over the pros first. Give the most overpowered ability in the game, which is soul attack apparently. Yeah, I don't really know if it is. Well, Deluxe said it is, and I'm just gonna take his word for it because I think it's very accurate. Not as much as Soul Reap, but that's not in the game, that's classic. And yeah, you need like, you just need 10 times more to damage them. So yeah, that's great. It allows more invisibility. Yeah, obviously if you have more of this, you can just be invisible and no one can even see you. You have many skills, and it's the easiest to max out in. With the last skill is 10 QID, which I think that's a pro. He listed that as a pro, but I don't really know. Cons, aura started 1 QI. That's, well, yeah, it does take a while to get your first 1 QI. If you are free to play at least. Also, areas are very far apart. But we'll go for I think we'll go for actually I'm kind of wanting to put it top tier, but then again, yeah, it's gonna be top tier for me, because you're just gonna need, this is like your main damage thing. If you have a lot of it, you can just kill everyone. And yeah, that's my list. So I haven't actually put anything in mid or useless. I don't think they are necessary, but I don't think I can. Oh, I can actually delete them, that's fine. So if you have any other like ranking, if you would rank these differently, please let me know. Share your ranking in the comments. And yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace out.